Across the bay from San Francisco, the city of San Leandro, California. The United States has more than 18,000 cities, ranging in size from 500 to over 8 million. About 74,000 people live in San Leandro. Every city has its own form of local government, and it has a leader. In San Leandro, the leader, the mayor, Jack D. Maltester. Usually, the residents of a city see their mayor only at public events, like parades. To be a good leader, the mayor needs to appear in public to win the confidence and friendship of the people. As a representative of all the people in San Leandro, the mayor has to be a good public speaker.
If there's anything that can make us happier than having a new industry come to San Leandro, the one thing that will do it is to have a large industry expand in our community.
But there's more to being mayor than parades and speeches and popularity.
Well, it sounds all right to him. It's a question of the tenant, whether the tenant would agree to it, but I told him...
As the elected leader of San Leandro, Mayor Maltester must be sure that every department of city government is doing a good job of serving the people. He meets with department heads like the police chief, the fire chief.
We will have to arrange to divert all fire equipment down Estudillo.
The mayor called this meeting because of a problem with downtown traffic. He wants to be sure that fire trucks will be able to move through the streets quickly when they are needed. Because the mayor and his chiefs have worked out a plan for clearing the streets, the firemen and their equipment arrive on time.
22 to Clark and Carpentier. Over.
And a police officer arrives also, ready to meet any emergency according to the plans worked out in the mayor's office. Each city department has its special job, and the mayor is held responsible for all of them. Every morning, trucks and equipment of various city departments roll out of the city yard. The Department of Public Works keeps the city clean and in good repair. Streetlights are checked and serviced at regular intervals to help make the city safe at night. Every day, there are at least 6 street repair jobs going on at the same time. In one place, a crew repairs a bumpy street with asphalt. In another place, gravel is being used to take out a dip at a railroad crossing.
Well, that means then you're going to have...
This man is the supervisor of the Department of Public Works. Each department needs leaders to make sure every job is done properly. San Leandro has 18 parks. They need to be cared for, too.
Milt, you better take a little more off the top. Trim a little more up there, not quite so much down here. Okay?
The parks director looks after his crews, mowing the grass, planting new trees and shrubs. It takes 365 people working full-time to serve the city. But the work that each person does is the responsibility of one man, the mayor. He seeks advice from experts, but must make his own decisions. That's why it's important for the people to elect the right person as their mayor.
Tell us that fast trains is the way to move people so that somebody else can use a fast train to get to work.
The mayor is discussing the new transit system, which will soon be built through San Leandro. This means that roads and buildings will have to be moved to make way for the new trains and tracks.
All of these homes here and take out many more homes than we had before. This kind of a
Like most cities, San Leandro has too many cars on its streets and highways. One way to cut down the number of cars being used is to give the people another method of transportation. This is a test track. Soon trains will be moving through the city of San Leandro, connecting it to other cities. People will be able to ride these fast trains to go to neighboring cities. They will use public trains instead of private automobiles, and this will help solve traffic problems. But it means change. These houses have to be moved out to make room for the trains, the tracks, and a new station. A change like this is not easy for the people who live here.
I don't see why they just could have took someone else's house. They just had to take ours.
Well, you see, honey, this is where the rapid transit station is going to be, and they had to take the homes in here.
I lived here all my life, and they just...
It's not nice, we know it. It's hard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The decision to move these houses and make room for the new trains was approved many months ago by the mayor and the city council. This is the city council. This is where the laws for San Leandro are made. 6 councilmen, each elected from a different part of the city, and the mayor elected by the entire city. Each man, including the mayor, has 1 vote. The mayor is the chairman.
Council will come to order. Continue the discussion. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition to the proposed rezoning?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, my name is Edward Cardana, and I live at 662 Sybil Avenue. Now, I'm speaking for most of the neighbors in our area. In the radius
All council meetings are open to the public. Tonight there is a new problem. It's not as big a problem as moving 80 homes, but to one small neighborhood, it's very important. This is the problem. The owners of this corner want to build a gas station here, but it's against the city zoning law. According to the law, this is a residential area reserved for private homes. How does a city solve a problem like this? People give opinions.
we believe that the property is ideally suited for a service station.
The council and the mayor will listen to everyone and then decide whether or not to allow the gas station to be built.
My interest in this matter is that I have a little preschool child, one of a great many youngsters who go back and forth at that particular corner. Putting a service station there, I feel, would increase hazards for our children.
Any of the people who like to live next to a gas station get themselves a lot next door and build a house on it. I don't want to live next door to one. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the last 17 years, not one single family residence has been constructed in this area. Talk about short-sighted planning and lack of courage by city fathers and a city planning staff which insists that this is what Bancroft Avenue needs. If you continue to impose the restrictions which are forcing its deterioration, then, gentlemen, I say to you, and I say to all here present tonight, that you will have a color change in that area, and I don't mean on the map. Thank you for your kind attention.
I would like to
Forgive me my
comment.
presence.
Just a minute. There'll be order. I don't know if you ever taken a lesson any place in some public relations and how to sell things, sir, but let me tell you something for this city government. We don't accept threats from you or anybody else. Thank you.
Now, let me tell you something, Mr. Mayor.
Out of order.
One moment.
Down. Get enough, I let you talk. I let you talk. I gave you a full leeway here tonight. I listened to everybody on our city insulting. Now, you sit down. We'll give somebody else a chance to talk.
I'd like his address for
I'm
the
just
record.
saying,
I want his address.
my address,
Would you sit down,
I live at
please?
606 Elsie Avenue, San Leandro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak? Ask for a roll call.
Now the vote. An aye vote will uphold the zoning law and be against the gas station.
Aye. Surstead?
Aye.
Swift?
Aye.
Camp? Aye. Palmaris?
Aye.
Taylor? Aye.
And I will vote aye on the motion to uphold the planning commission. 7 ayes and no noes. So the planning commission is upheld.
There will be no gas station on that corner. The mayor of every city, large or small, carries a heavy burden of responsibility. Nearly 9 out of every 10 people in the United States live in cities. So decisions mayors make affect the lives of almost everybody. The mayor is a public figure, but he has his private life too. Why is a man willing to give up some of his privacy to take on the job of being mayor? The question was asked of Mayor Maltester, and this was his reply.
Well, it's for the youngsters, all the youngsters, including my own grandchildren. If I can help make San Leandro a better place to live, well, what more could a person want?
No man can be sure of the future, but the mayor does the best he can to make his city a better place in which to live.